the real Mr. Meatball here. Hey, thank you, man. What's the most attractive job a person can have? That's a good question. We should also say what's the most unattractive job too. Let's start with you. Go ahead. What's the most attractive job a person can have and most unattractive?
An attractive job to me is like someone who follows their passion. Like I like people who like create stuff. Like whatever their art may be. Like I like people who make music or like film or some sort of like creative expression. A creative, I guess, if you want one word for it, that would be my pick.
Most unattractive job?
Most unattractive job.
Can you scoot the mic
I
closer
can
to you?
Can
somebody brush that bug off the table?
Yes. I can think of so many. I would say like an internet troll, but they don't get paid.
I think some of them do.
Maybe, yeah.
They do it for free.
Yeah. I would say like a job that like an IRS agent, maybe.
OnlyFans girl, by the way.
Excuse me? You're answering now?
Do you pay your taxes?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes.
How do you pay them?
I file them with my accountant, and then I sometimes send a wire transfer.
Oh, okay.
How do you pay your taxes?
I don't. I never pay them.
You should probably say that off the record.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm
some
totally
people are
serious.
some people don't.
No, I don't.
Why do
pay,
I look like I don't pay my taxes?
Well, I remember there was that big movement. What was this, like probably 4 or 5 years ago? It was called the...
Abolish the IRS?
No, it was called the Thought Audit. And it was a bunch of trolls online going around reporting sex workers, trying to get them to go to jail for not paying their taxes. Like a bunch of 4chan people.
Well, especially when I was a dancer, like it's very difficult to file your taxes because it's like so all over the place.
All the single bills. You know, the single bills from the...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it's
there's
so
a lot
hard.
of loose bills when you're stripping.
Yes.
Well, you just don't claim those. You just don't pay taxes on those. That's cash.
Cash.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got it all figured out. If you ever take home a bunch of single dollar bills, you already know what you're gonna do. So I love it.
Most attractive job a person can have.
I think for me, the most attractive job would have to do with education, maybe like a teacher, a professor. I'm a big fan of knowledge. And for unattractive, I'm not really sure. I don't think I can think of one right now.
Okay. What about you?
The most attractive job to me is something that serves other people. So like doctors or like therapists. Something like sacrificing. And then on the opposite end, unattractive would be something that takes from others and just serves yourself. Like those Indian guys, those Indian call like scam guys who like get your grandma to like
the scam
give their credit card. Yeah.
That's a good one. Trolls and scammers.
Yeah.
I think the most attractive job someone can have is one that is like provides them stability, not just because I know like for some jobs scheduling can be all over the place, so I'm not talking like that type of stability, but it's something that can support someone's life and I guess just allow them to live a comfortable life. And then unattractive job is, I'd have to say the same, something where you're taking from others, hurting others, or stuff like that.
I just think something that gives you happiness. Like a lot of people like follow their dreams, like some type of job that gives you a sense, like something you enjoy. Like you don't want to spend 40 hours a week doing something you hate, sitting behind a computer and just crying. Something that brings you joy and you can enjoy and actually prosper with. But like unattractive, I'd say maybe people that just don't work, sit on their butt, scam them, anything. Unemployed.
There you have it.
Just sit on their couch, mooch off people.
Most unattractive job is no job.
Real. That's real.
I think the most attractive thing that someone can do, I agree with Grace, it's when you're passionate about something, but I also think if you can figure out how to create a career or work in align with your passion for the betterment of society and humanity. So I think that any profession or job in that category is very attractive. It's encouraging and attractive to see people sacrificing their comfort for the betterment of other people or to defend the dignity of other people, whether that's in the United States or abroad. And I have to agree that the most unattractive job is no job. As long as you're doing something, please do something. Every person, not just men.
I like a CEO, a manager, any man that can just walk around in like a spiffy suit.
You like a man in charge.
Yeah, I like a man in charge. You know, he worked for his spot up there, so you know he's hardworking.
Yeah.
And most unattractive, probably like a sex worker.
Are
No
there-
offense, but yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Are there a lot? There's not a lot of men who do sex work though.
Like porn. There is a lot of men who do porn.
Well, not as many as women.
Yeah, but I didn't argue that.
Fair enough. What
And
about you,
they're
Matt?
typically less successful.
Yeah.
I think probably the most respected job or the most desirable job for a woman, in my opinion, is probably stay-at-home mother. She's raising kids. She's pumping kids out, raising kids. And then least respected or least desired for me is like sex worker or drug dealer, something like that.
Oh yeah, drug dealers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot
that's,
about that
that's
one.
pretty.
Kind of turns.
I mean, if you like it and it brings you joy,
Drug dealing?
why
Drug dealing?
I've got my preferences. Like, I
Personally,
don't
I
know.
not
think
a drug dealer.
so many
Huh?
people die at the hands of drug dealers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we need to hold
And
drug
go to
dealers
jail.
accountable.
Is there something you want to tell us?
I'm not a drug dealer. I've never sold drugs. I can assure you
Bender
of
the
that.
offender donated $99. Would any of you date a blue-collar worker?
We'll do a show of hands on this one. Show of hands, would you date a blue-collar worker?
Yes, they
Like
put
right
in
now,
hard
yes.
work.
In the future, no.
No?
Hours
Well, I'm
and
not
hours
going
of
to,
hard
so
labor.
my boyfriend's
what
gonna be well off.
Appreciate you.
In theory.
Matt, what's a blue-collar worker?
Someone that is not working behind a computer, someone that is working with their hands. They're a tradesman, they're a plumber, they're an electrician, they're getting dirty, they're getting physical. They're not cooped up behind in an office or something. Yep. By the way, we
Bender
need more
the
of those
offender.
people. More young men
Yes.
should get into the
Yes.
trades.
Yes.
The based blue-collar workers are actually what holds society together, and there's like this lack of societal respect or value for the blue-collar tradies. We need more of them.
Totally.
They're the
The based
foundation.
tradies.
They are the foundation.
And oftentimes they're going to pay more for you than your bullshit liberal arts college degree, and you're not going to have student loan debt coming out anyway.
Yeah, don't be
so-
a podcast host.
No, like don't.
Go
Seriously
go
don't.
do something
Least unattractive.
valuable. Yo, Bender
Least
the
attractive.
offender. Thank you, man, for the TTS, man. Really appreciate it. Did you answer? Oh, I think you answered the
Yeah.
previous question. I'll just go to most attractive. Well, I'll start with most unattractive job: sex worker. No offense to anybody here. And most attractive. I like women in STEM. So, like if they're like something in STEM is good. I like smart women. So,
Mhm.
STEM's pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Any specific type of STEM?
I know some sex workers that are also in STEM.
One does not
Cancel.
undo the other, unfortunately.
It's okay. I'm not sure that they would be interested in you. But
Hey, I'm not.
Burn.
That
Burn.
if sex workers don't want
I'm
to
just
date
saying
me,
they
I'm not.
exist.
I'm not
Sex
hurting too
and
bad.
a woman in STEM.
Sex and what?
I know some sex workers who do sex work and are women in STEM.
Woe is me. How will I ever recover from all the sex workers that don't want to date me? I will.
Brian
My-
also
my
doesn't
confidence has been
like
crushed.
flight attendants.
Oh, I've got a fucking laundry list of like red flag professions. So hairstylist, anyone who's an equestrian. No offense, Priya, who was on the show. It's
World
just
of
bro.
Warcraft stuff.
You're like women who are like really into horses, like horse girls. The
Red.
priority as far as where you're gonna fall on her priority list. I said this last show. It's the horse or the horses, father's money, and then you.
Did you have a bad experience with an equestrian?
No, actually, I've somehow they've always been a little. Priya was very, very nice. This isn't directed to Priya. She was on our show last week. She has some horses, I guess. I've not had like any long-term relationships with any horse girls. I might have been on a date with a horse girl maybe once or twice. I don't know, just seem a little like, it's hard to articulate, but I don't know, there's something a little off, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right? You date women, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a horse girl? You know, it's a little something, a little stuffy, you know?
They kind of scare me.
get it.
I'm not
It's
gonna
horse
lie.
girls. It's Harry Potter girls. Disney girls.
Yes.
Gotta be
I
careful
mean,
with
we all have
the
our little
princess complex.
obsessions and things that we like.
Okay, hairstylist. Yikes.
What don't you like about them? Because I've never thought about that one before.
It's just like a known thing. Like hairstylists are, they're kind of crazy.
They're crazy. Okay.
A little crazy, you know?
All right.
They listen to other people complain all day. That's kind
What type of guy do you think a young woman shouldn't date? Like, what are the male red flags?
In terms of profession?
Yeah, because I would say openly, content creator. You should not date a streamer or a YouTuber or something like that. Women avoid those
Women
people.
should avoid those, or men should avoid those?
Women should avoid content creators.
Should men avoid female content creators?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah,
Clock on the
probably.
window donated $100. Brian, why are girls who work in HR a red flag?
I mean, HR is like the woke department for most like corporations, and they need to like, they're the ones that are going to be pushing like all the DIE stuff, and like they're the ones that are going to be, I'm trying to think of an example, like they're the ones that are typically policing what you can and can't do, and that's going to like seep into a relationship. So they tend to be like extremely uptight, very, very like rule driven. I don't know, people in HR, I mean, there's a fucking meme about it in The Office, but like they're like the most intolerable fucking people you can imagine. HR people police the megacorp, they police the corporate environment. So, you know, it's just no bueno.
Yeah, these are sort of the professional Karens, the absolute sticklers,
Yeah, it's
the sticklers.
Yeah, HR. I mean, the HR. It's like they're typically gonna be super woke, not always, but. And I'm not like overtly. I'm not super political. I consider myself kind of moderate, but like you're probably gonna lean pretty woke if you're in HR. And then flight attendants, travel nurses are pretty bad, but yeah. Hey, a lot of people don't like podcast hosts, so there's
The
that.
reason I say that, I think most people in the content creation business, I think necessarily have to be kind of self-centered and narcissistic. And
No.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
And so I think that generally those people are probably not making the best spouses. That's probably the truth.
So, but you're a content creator, so are you snitching on yourself?
Ethan donated
Thank you, Ethan.
$99. Prime Marine, now a federal security guard, working on getting into cybersecurity or majoring in criminology and minoring in psychology. Down to do border patrol. VA benefits, Virginia home loan, and 8 free years of college.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
That's amazing. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Here, I think he wants to know, given what he's just written, would the ladies at this table date Ethan?
I mean, I like a man in the service. Ethan, that's a nice name.
I don't see a reason why not to.
I think we would all want to date you all at once.